All right, folks, I just wanted to get you guys this network update for some of you that have been experiencing network outages in the Pennsylvania region, amongst others. I guess there's been some storms and some pretty severe weather in a few states in the Northeast and in the Midwest. And it's really impacted service, right? People, towers might be down. It's quite possible cell sites are, no longer operating off of the electrical grid, and they're probably running on generators, right? So to whom has the advantage is whom has the power, which would be the network operators that have built their tower sites with backup generators, probably running on some combination of battery backups as well as with diesel generators. So I think this has to be called out. It's not the first time we mention it on my videos, on my live streams, and discussing network resilience, network toughness, being able to run when others won't. So the thing that's important to note here is I have friends in the Pittsburgh area who have indicated that T-Mobile has been out for quite a while. I'm not sure if they're still out currently, but the last I checked with a friend, he told me that T-Mobile had been out for tens of hours. And this was impacting multiple sites within his region, basically rendering his experience on T-Mobile useless. So this begs the question, is Starlink going to save the day for T-Mobile? Instead of getting their network more hardened within these regions and at these tower sites, this is something I alluded to a long time ago when talking about first responders, T priority, and all these other government agencies and other types of things that would be new to T-Mobile. They're going to have to harden their network. It's as simple as that. According to my friend reporting, who has T-Mobile, Verizon, and AT&T, he says AT&T has been working great, hasn't really lost power. All the sites are fully operational, albeit kind of slow, obviously, because if you've got users on certain networks that aren't able to connect, they're going to be using other ones. You're going to see hotspot usage. You're going to see people taxing the network on other providers. He also says that Verizon is working fine. They all experience some kind of disruption. That's not the issue. Carriers are going to have issues with tower sites. The problem here for T-Mobile is they don't manage their network like the other two do. What I'm saying is T-Mobile's engineering team, T-Mobile's stable of technicians, and who's going to do the work and the repairs and the response of all this, it's just not as good as what AT&T and Verizon have in place. It is unequivocally a true statement, absolutely 100% a true statement, to say that both the AT&T and Verizon networks are more reliable than T-Mobile's. And we could just start at backup power. And then we could talk more about the response times as another point of reference, as resilience. Look, I know a lot of people are going to say it because I've been saying it. This is the best version of the T-Mobile network we've ever seen. But folks, the bar was low and it was a joke at one point. Yes, it is better than it's ever been, and I'm sure it's going to continue to improve. But here we are in 2025, talking about how the other two carriers are networking in a way that is more resilient. Their networks are more hardened. And those companies' networks, in terms of just the response, is just better. So if T-Mobile wants to do T priority, if they want to scale agency and public safety and all of those things, they just have to do better than this. They're gonna have to be competitive with AT&T and Verizon. Who's gonna leave important connectivity to chance? I don't know people that are willing to do that, to leave things to chance. At least when it comes down to important matters, you can't leave it to chance. So yes, there are outages happening across the country. The adverse weather conditions are not going to change. These things may only get worse. So things are just going to have to get better from the T-Mobile side of it. And they're going to have to change the way they do certain things if they're really going to get serious about this. Anyways, drop me some comments. Let me know if you've been impacted by the T-Mobile outages or any outages from any provider. How long are they taking to respond? When are you seeing the kind of the uptime restored and network fixes, if you will? Drop me some comments. Like, share, subscribe, check out some more videos. We'll see you guys on the next one.